So Bob Goodlatte is the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, which has jurisdiction over immigration issues, including ag labor immigration issues. And in late October, he introduced an Agricultural Guest Worker Act. And USApple and other agriculture groups in D.C. worked with him and his staff through the process of drafting that bill. To give our input, we added some concerns as well with some of the things that he was looking at, particularly instituting a cap on the program, which the current H-2A program does not have. The program, while mainly focused on a new guest worker program called the H-2C program, would also have impact on the current undocumented workers. And USApple and the others that we work with in our agriculture coalitions had some concerns about the way those parts of the bill would work. Specifically, whether or not the incentives in the bill for the current workforce to come out and become H-2C workers, whether they would actually want to do that, because it would entail them potentially exposing themselves and risking perhaps not being able to get back into this country. And the caps and some of the other things in the bill were predicated on having continued access to those workers, and so we were concerned about that. That being said, the House Judiciary Committee is a very partisan committee, probably one of the most partisan committees in the House. So you have very conservative Republicans, you have very liberal Democrats, and so the kind of product that you can get out of that committee is often not something that's in the middle by any means. And so USApple and the others that we work with viewed that committee process as the first step. And so we worked with the chairman and his staff to try to get the best product that could pass through the committee. But there were some additional amendments that were offered during the committee process that made the bill less workable for us. So we did support it moving out of committee. We applaud the chairman for all the work he did on it, but moving forward we need to see some improvements as the legislative process continues. There are a lot of different ways that this bill could move forward. It was passed in tandem with the Legal Workforce Act, which is mandatory E-Verify. Agriculture had been given assurances by both Chairman Goodlatte and the House leadership that they would not move mandatory E-Verify without agricultural reforms at the same time, and so they kept that promise. If there's a movement, particularly on the more conservative wing of the party, to move E-Verify, it's possible that they could move it in tandem again. It's also possible that if they start looking at some kind of smaller immigration package, as the Congress is also looking at doing something with DACA in the coming months, that it could be potentially part of that. I don't think that you'll see the Agriculture Worker Act as a bill on its own moving forward.